our Bellwork for today real quick. So as you read through the passage, this is kind of talking about gravitational force and how gravity is what keeps us pulled towards Earth, and why we weigh more on Earth than what we do on the Moon. So if you look at part A here, that's just you're telling me if each statement is either true or false. So if you look at the first statement, gravity pulls us towards Earth's center. Now, if you go back to the middle of the first paragraph, it says the reason for this has to do with gravity. Gravity is the force of attraction that exists between all objects in the universe, including Earth and the Moon. It's what makes all things that go up come down, and it's the reason we stay on Earth's surface instead of floating off into space. So, gravity pulls us towards Earth's center. I would say that statement is true. Okay, so moving on to second statement. The Moon's gravitational force is stronger than Earth's gravitational force. Well, as you read, once you got to that last sentence here, that's kind of self-explanatory. It says the gravitational force on the Moon is not as strong as it is on Earth. So we know that second statement would then be false. Okay. 3, gravitational force is what keeps us from floating off the planet. Well, again, we go back to that first paragraph, and you can see in this last sentence here, gravity, it's the reason we stay on Earth's surface instead of floating off into space. So we know that would be true for the third statement. Again, the third statement would be true. Number 4, all bodies in the universe have gravity. Well, I think if you completed the reading, you would gain an understanding that statement would also be true, because if we didn't have gravity, we'd just be floating around. Okay, so we know that the fourth statement is also true. So again, for part A, statement 1, true. Statement 2 would be false. Statement 3, true. And statement 4, also true. Now part B, explain in your own words why astronauts appear to float when they walk on the Moon. Use the term gravitational force in your answer. Now an example that I came up with would be, the gravitational force on the Moon is not as strong as the gravitational force on Earth, so astronauts weigh less. Just something simple. Make sure you use that term in your response. And if you guys need to make corrections, feel free. So, again, hope you guys were able to check your answers, see how well you did. And again, if you need to make corrections, please do so.